Hi Leo, this is your reading for the month of June and I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. So this is for your Sun, Moon, Rising and your Venus signs. I meant to say that in the last reading for the Pisces collective, but anyway, so if you don't know those, you can check out your birth chart online. It's free and easy to do so. Right, I'm just going to get straight into your cards. So I feel like Leo, we've got you here as this independent cat, and this duck who's loving splashing about in this arena, this place that they're in, this temple, and I feel like you're coming across, Leo, here is you are the mentor or you're seeking a mentor. But I feel like you maybe with the cat, independent mentor, and independent teacher maybe. And something to do with Thanos. Thanos is like death. So it can be in something that majorly transforms a person. Now like with the starfish beside it, what it does is it regenerates this person. So I feel like whatever it is that you're teaching, whatever it is that you're a master in, this mentor in, and with the temple, the sanctuary, or like the class, or the temple could be a place where a person might come to seek comfort. And I'm feeling like maybe you've got something to do with the healing arts, mentorship. The cat is very, it goes between portals of the liminal spaces, so it goes through from it. Basically cats can see the other side, they can see spirit. So I feel like in the mentor being beside Thanos, I feel like you Leo can see spirit. And I feel you've got the vulture here at the bottom of the deck and you've got the healer here. So I feel like you have healed and purified, and you have shed many layers. There's 3 snakes on this card here. You have healed very, and you've released now like many layers and of yourself. You've shed your skin so many times and you've healed and purified yourself as much as you can. And see, like when I was beginning to put your cards here after the pre-shuffle, I was doing this and I was putting them down beside each other, and this one was kind of like a bit off sideways, and I went to fix it, and straight away I was like, oh, Leo's a bit of a perfectionist here. And I feel like you've learned how to develop the art of not being a perfectionist, because I feel like in the past you've previously, I can't do this because it isn't perfect, I can't put it out yet because it isn't perfect. Everything had to be perfect at one point, but you've learned that life isn't perfect. Now, and the more that you try and gain perfection over every arena in your life, it's like you feel like you would never be able to live life and enjoy what you're creating and what you're doing. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like with this cat and this duck, you're very, I would say, Leo, that you are this wee cat, this pussycat. People might think, oh, they're a pussycat, and but I don't. I feel like you're not a pussycat. You're very independent. You're very wise, and you have a lot of secret knowledge. Other people don't have they don't have the, I don't know, like the magic that you have in your life. Now, like that you have in this knowledge that you hold within your being, they don't have this. Do you know what I mean? You've got a very fierceness to you, and that's why I said that some people might say, oh, they're just a wee pussycat, and you're like, pussycat my arse. Do you know what I mean? And see, with the cat and the duck here, I was just hearing that you were chasing your dreams. Now, like, you were like a cat would chase like a bird. Now, like, you're chasing your dreams, you're chasing your desires, what it is that you really, really want most of all in your life. And I feel like you're creating an independent sanctuary with the temple. So this is like an independent learning place that you are creating in your life, and you're taking people to the peaks now with the mountain. You're taking people to the peaks in the self-actualization, that this person can actually become their best self through a complete and total and utter transformation, death transformation, with the butterfly and the Thanos. And but it sounds so heavy and things, but it feels so fun, because you're learning people that you don't dim to fit in, that you might be the starfish, and you're teaching people that in the past, I feel like the people that are drawn to you have dimmed themselves to fit in, but now people are learning how to be this starfish and like be like so open, and um and the starfish is very regenerative now, like they can heal themselves. So you have been a person who at times you've lost a limb or you've lost a part of yourself, and you had to transform and go into this cocoon state and purify yourself and change in such a beautiful way, where you've learned how to really, really love yourself. I feel like you've healed your heart, because the butterfly is like a heart chakra, and like the starfish is like your sacral. So your sacral is like what you're birthing into life now. Like, what are you bringing into your life now through your emotions now, like through manifesting, and you're learning that you're learning to teach people how to appreciate their own inner beauty, how to be just basically like that cosmic energy, how to stand out. You're learning people, you're teaching people how to stand out, how to be uplifting and artistic, and how to use their creative self-expression through whatever it is that you're teaching. The duck is all about the community, now letting the people that they've got in their now, like where it is that you're teaching this teaching place that you're doing this is all about the community, but you're doing this in a safe and comfortable environment, because the duck talks about safety, comfort, community, being vulnerable but feeling in a safe place to do so. So and you're teaching people how to have and how to put down boundaries with other people in a healthy, very fierce way with this cat. It's like there's no messing about here. Now, like, you're like, this is fucking business, this means business. Now, like, you're teaching them how to, I'm feeling like maybe not get overwhelmed and or frustrated with like periods of transition that you're bringing them through, because I feel like you're bringing them through it now. Like, you are bringing them to the best self that they can possibly have in their life, and I also feel like that you're teaching these people how to go for their dream, basically, in a very bloody fly in my ear there. So I feel like you're teaching these people how to stand in the spotlight, how to feel comfortable being in the spotlight. That's what I feel like you're teaching them. But it's also in a way where they're comfortable in the spotlight, but also that they've got like a lot of pride and courage. I'm imagining Leo the lion and like the cat. The dogs, we've got cats. I'm speaking about cats and now I can hear a dog out there. Cats and dogs. So I feel like maybe you're teaching people like sorry, where was I? Right, I feel like you're teaching people how to stand in be the centre of the universe now, like the centre of their own life. That's what I feel. Their self-identity, who they are as a person. You're teaching them to show up for themselves and to not dim to fit in, and to transform themselves, and showing them that they're not just like, there's not just one facet of the people that you're showing themselves to, they've got other layers, they've got other parts of themselves that they've probably not explored and not learnt about themselves. So you're teaching them new things about themselves. And it's in a very repetitive kind of way where this is ongoing, this is a continual learning process. This isn't something that you're going to learn instantly. And with the mountain, it's not all about just getting to the top, because this is a triangle as well. And I feel like it's not about always getting to the top and being at the best and at the top of your career successful ladder. It's also like in the mountain here, he's within the mountain, he's inside the mountain. It's about the journey within. Now, like your wise sages and your gurus and that, now like they didn't just go up the mountain, they went through the mountain. So you're teaching people how to go through this process, not just how to get to the top. You're teaching them how to find the wisdom, the inner gems, all these diamonds and all these things that you can find inside the ground and inside mountains. You're teaching them how to find the diamonds, and the diamonds as themselves as the butterfly, themselves as the starfish. And what it is, the diamonds is basically the parts of themselves they're learning what their passion is, what it is that they find great joy in. They just love to live life, love to live and love to love life, basically. You're teaching them all these kind of things. I feel like you're very disciplined. You're teaching people disciplines. And see, with the mentor, I feel like you could come across as very fun, flighty, playful, and all these kind of things. And you're very like nurturing, where you're going to make people feel like this is a safe place, you're safe, you're secure, you can communicate in any way you want. But sometimes I am the mentor, I'm the teacher. Sometimes the teacher comes across as very like the teacher may be like aloof, or they might be available. Now, like this is what the description of the mentor is in the book. Now, like sometimes the teacher can become aloof, as if like they're there but they're not there, and sometimes they're very available to listen to everything and very listening to everything or whatever. But sometimes they can be very harsh, a teacher. Now, like, so they can tell you no, that's not the way, or they can be very attentive and now that, or tender, whatever. Or they can be very fun and humorous and playful, or they can be very rigid and harsh and no, I'm not putting up with that, and I am going to push you to your limits, like that kind of way. And as I say this, I'm imagining a mentor that I've got, that I've been to some of his classes, and I can imagine him as I'm saying this. Now, his name is George, and he is a medium, and he teaches people how to become mediums, spiritual development and all these kind of things. But I could imagine him saying that there, because he is very harsh and he is very disciplined, and he is going to push people to become their best selves. But at the same time, he is also very, like, really a very nice, loving, playful kind of person, basically. And I feel like you are a familiar to other people, because the cat is a familiar Leo. So like you're becoming like people's familiar. Now, like a witch's familiar is now like the cat or the owl or whatever it is that like witches have. You might be into things to do with Wicca, now witchcraft. You might enjoy things like astrology, crystals. You might be like an earth Wicca. Now, like you might use things like sage and Palo Santo, candles. Now for candle magic, moon magic, I'm feeling all these kind of things with you. So you've got that much to teach people, and there's a lot of prophecy in the things that you're teaching people. You're teaching people how to explore the duality of the light and the dark, because this is the dark and the mentor is teaching them to the light, because the cat is the duality between the light and the dark, so the masculine side of themselves and the feminine side. So you're teaching them to make space for it all. Does that even make sense? Do you know what I mean? And you're basically purifying the part of themselves that is scared to make their dreams a reality. Basically, I'm feeling you're granting these people with the ability to balance out themselves and become independent but also part of a community, if you know what I mean. So you're teaching these people, I'm teaching you how to stand out on your own and be this on your own, but also I'm teaching you how to do it as part of a community. Do you know what I mean? And I'm teaching you this so that you can earn your income, so that you can make money for yourself, but through your passions and what you love to do in your life, but in part of your daily routine. Do you know what I mean? And you're also showing people how to like, I'm imagining the mountain and I'm imagining like the ninth house. I'm imagining like Sagittarius ninth house. So like ninth house is all about travel, higher learning. So that's what it is. That's why I'm imagining that, because the higher learning like aspect is Sagittarius, higher learning, in your Leo, the fifth house. So fifth house is all like about your passions, about what you love. It's about children, and it's about dating. You could be, I feel like maybe actually you might end up dating someone that connects you to your ninth house. Now, like something, you might end up having like a travel partner, companion, who you travel either this journey with, now where you are building this for yourself, but also that there's a connection between you, them, and like higher source, wisdom, God, etc. Do you know what I mean? So is that Virgo or Scorpio? I'm confused. So we've got Saturn in the fourth house. So I feel like, is that, I think that's Virgo, isn't it? So that's like the sixth house, the fourth house, Virgo. So I feel like you're teaching people how to be very disciplined, and now Saturn is like in Pisces now, so you're teaching people how to be disciplined in a box with Saturn, but with Saturn being in Pisces, you're also teaching them how to be fluid and neutral and go with the flow with it, with what you're teaching. But you've also got an attention to detail. Now, like you notice the small things that other people might not notice, and you're teaching these people with the fourth house how to build a very, very firm foundation with themselves, who they are, and what it is that they want to create in their life, and what they have great passion, and what brings the most joy in their life, basically. I feel like you're teaching people how to be, like, basically be living in their beautiful, graceful, cheerful, uplifting way, where they can uplift themselves but uplift others. And I feel like that's the way that you feel to me. So I feel like through people watching you, they're learning from you. Do you know what I mean? And with the butterfly here, and I said about the daily routine, I feel like that basically committing yourself to a daily routine brings a lot of balance into your life, Leo. And I feel like by you doing this, you bring a lot of balance into other people's lives. So, right. And I also feel like you're a bit of a leader. You stand out on your own, but you're also very nurturing. But at the same time, you can be a bit of a, sometimes you can gripe or moan. Now, like if things get a bit overwhelming or a bit too much, or, right, there's too much going on here, now buckle down, now with the Saturn, and go tell your students, right, enough. Maybe I can imagine maybe people talking over you or something, if you know what I mean. Can I have an archetype card for Leo, please? An archetype. So we've got the Knight at the bottom of the deck. So loyalty, romance and chivalry. A love of honour. So that's what I'm feeling like. That this is you like building. This is like a work of art to you, I'm feeling. Now, like, you building this temple, you being this mentor, this is like something that you've built this, whatever it is that you've created in your life, this community, this temple, this sanctuary, what it is that you're teaching people. This is like a work of art. This has been, that you've built this from your heart, from what you have learned in your life. And Messiah is saying that this is so that you can serve humanity with humility. So you're teaching people. It hasn't been a walk in the park for me. It's been bloody hard. I've had to be this warrior here. I've had to learn how to have this strength, how to have this skill, how to be disciplined. It says basically strength, skill, discipline and toughness of will, heroism and stoicism. Oh, can't even say that. And self-sacrifice and conquering the ego. So that's another thing that you're teaching people. It's like you're teaching them how to have humility and like not let, because the mentor can kind of, if the mentor like begins to think that they're not serving humanity, that it's all about them, then they're out of alignment at that point. And you're teaching people how they can conquer that, where they don't let their ego and their sense of achievement get the better of them, basically. So what's next? Can I have, oh, that just came out there for Pisces as well. So firm foundation. So you're teaching people how to build this firm foundation in their life and bring balance to their life. So you're teaching these people how, and this angel has got like the tools in front of them that they need, basically. So you're teaching people how to use the tools that they've been granted. Do you know what I mean? Now, like, you're teaching them in a truthful, just way, because balance is the justice. And it's card 11. So this, and it's right next to the duck here. And so I'm feeling like the community, the 11th house. You're teaching your community how to have this balance, how to stay centered. Because look, the upper chakras are balanced here with the circle round the top of the angel, but with firm foundation, the foundation is also balanced. So you're teaching people how to have a strong foundation so that they can balance out like that. I'm just imagining the chakra system all the way up. You're teaching people how to have both a firm foundation but also like a connection to spirit, just say now, like through alignment, through the full heart, because the butterfly is like transforming the heart chakra, and it's also like transforming the relationship with others. Do you know what I mean? And emotional withdrawal. So sometimes you need to withdraw. You're teaching people that sometimes you do need to withdraw from your community, or maybe this is you, maybe you need to withdraw from your community. You need to make sure that you have solitude sometimes, and there you've got harmony. So this is the Lover's card. So it's basically saying for you to have this harmony in this temple, this sanctuary, this whatever it is that you're teaching people, that for you to continuously have this connection with these people, then sometimes you do need to withdraw from them. And I'm feeling like I feel like you might have went through such an experience with somebody that was very unjust, that you did transform. And I said with the starfish that you had to lose part of yourself, like lose a limb, like the starfish can lose part of itself, but it regenerates and it grows back in the butterfly metamorphosis, and it heals the heart. And you had to walk away from a person, I feel like, with harmony, because I saw the third, like the Three of Swords here, with heartache and loss. Now, like you had to make a judgment call maybe on a person in the past, I'm feeling, and you had to emotionally withdraw and walk away and leave this person. And the three of these people have got part of their bodies shown, so I feel like you had to get something off your chest maybe, but I feel like you felt like you were at a point where you were like vulnerable. I'm feeling like the skin is like open and you can see it here. So, but this one, the person is half covered up, so like you've learned how to cover up and mask maybe some of your vulnerability, or maybe like speak about your vulnerability, but like all of these people look really strong as well, so you've learned how to strengthen your vulnerable side and part of yourself. When I cut the deck, spiritual strength. So like what hindered you from getting to this place is you had to be this warrior, and you had to find this spiritual strength within yourself to keep you strong, to keep you surviving, to keep you going, and you mastered it by the looks of it. And your awareness is this is the magician, that I've been the master magician in my whole entire life. I created this from like the ground up. That's what I'm feeling with firm foundation here. From the ground up, I've created this, and I've got myself where I need to be, where I want to be, and where I'm going to help other people to be. So, and then we'll pull an angel card for you. An angel number card. Can I have an angel number card, please, for 33? So 33 and 12. Oh, so it's like 3, 3, 3. And 111 is basically another 3. So 3 can be important here to you. So I'll take that. So 33, I am expanding. So I feel like March could be important here, because basically we've got to acknowledge the 3s. March could be important, or the number 3, 33. Now, like maybe when you were 33, you began to build on this. You began to build your temple. You began to build your foundation. Where can I go with what I've learned in life now? And that is where you learn how to expand, hold the vision, and bring your creative, all your ideas into real life for yourself. So it says 33, any positive changes or projects you are considering right now will be worth your while. Expect that your power to manifest and create will be heightened. I am expanding. And then 12 is creativity is a driving force in your life. Your imagination is rich, and you are able to express your feelings and insights in a unique way that others can benefit from. I am a visionary. And 111, angels are ready to fully support you in this endeavour so that you can co-create with the universe a life you love. I am creative, and I told you, this is something that you've built. This has been a passion project from your heart. This has been now this has meant something to you basically. So there we go, Leo. So that's your reading, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. And if you like, then please like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.